If you're a high school girl playing flag, your chances of playing in college are getting better. The NCAA Committee on Women's Athletics officially recommended adding flag football to the NCAA Emerging Sports for Women program.
If you're a high school girl playing flag right now, what does all this mean for you? What are the actual opportunities? It's pretty incredible when you stop and think about it. The landscape of sports opportunities for young women, it's expanding faster than ever.
Yeah, it really is.
And leading that charge in a really exciting way is flag football. We're seeing this incredible groundswell,
Totally.
And today we're going to deep dive into the rapidly growing opportunities for high school girls to play flag football at the college level.
And we've pulled together a really interesting mix of sources, data showing just how fast it's all taking off. The main takeaway from all of it, if you're a high school girl playing flag, your chances of playing in college are getting better and really fast.
Exactly. So our mission here is to really understand this rapid growth, see where these opportunities are popping up, and what's fueling it all for these aspiring athletes.
Right.
Okay, so where do we even begin to unpack this explosion in college flag football?
Well, a logical place to start is probably the main college governing bodies.
Yeah.
And we're seeing some major activity within the NCAA.
The NCAA, okay.
Yeah, the Atlantic East Conference, for instance, just made a pretty historic move.
Right, the Atlantic East, that's Division III, yeah. They're actually launching a whole women's flag football season starting March 2025.
Yeah.
That's a huge step, isn't it?
It really is. They're the first NCAA conference at any level to officially sponsor a season. And get this, the Philadelphia Eagles hosted their media day.
Wow, the Eagles.
Yeah, having an NFL team involved like that, it really highlights how much recognition the sport is gaining.
That paints a powerful picture, doesn't it? An NFL team backing college women's flag. Definitely feels like something significant is happening. And the Atlantic East isn't alone in the NCAA, right? There are others.
Correct. Conference Carolinas, they've also announced they're adding women's flag. Their first season is set for the 2025-26 academic year. And they already have, I think, at least 6 schools lined up. Emmanuel, Chowan, Ferrum, King, Lise McRae, and Mount Olive. So yeah, it's happening across different NCAA divisions, showing some really broad interest there.
What's driving this at the overall NCAA level? Is there a bigger push?
Yeah, there is actually. Back in February this year, the NCAA Committee on Women's Athletics officially recommended adding flag football to the NCAA Emerging Sports for Women program.
That's the pathway to becoming a full championship sport.
Exactly. It's a crucial step. The main hurdle, or goal rather, is getting at least 40 varsity programs sponsored by NCAA schools.
40 schools. Okay, that's the target. How close are they? Is that realistic right now?
Well, the momentum is definitely there. Right now, we know of at least 65 NCAA schools that already sponsor women's flag football in some capacity.
65. So they're already past the 40.
Well, some of those are club teams, but many are varsity. And with conferences like Atlantic East and Conference Carolinas stepping up, plus this push to become an emerging sport, the expectation is that even more schools will add varsity programs in 2026.
Okay.
So hitting that 40 varsity threshold seems, pretty achievable soon. That recommendation could really open the floodgates for high school players.
It really feels like we're right on the edge of flag football becoming, a standard NCAA sport. That would be massive for creating those pathways.
Absolutely.
And it's not just the NCAA where this growth is happening, is it?
Oh, definitely not. You look at the NAIA, the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics, they actually started sanctioning women's flag football way back in 2021.
2021. So they were kind of early adopters.
Yeah, you could say that. And right now they have 24 colleges participating. And crucially, these schools are already offering scholarships.
Scholarships. Okay, that's huge. Real financial aid tied directly to playing flag football.
Exactly. Concrete opportunities.
24 NAIA schools offering scholarships already. That just shows how fast these chances are popping up. So the whole college landscape is shifting pretty fast to make room for flag football.
Definitely.
And I heard there are even specific events now, like NFL flag college showcases, to help connect players and coaches.
Exactly. And the coaches get to scout talent. We're seeing colleges from all over participating in those, which shows, it's not just a regional thing. They're looking for players everywhere.
It's great to see that kind of infrastructure building up just for women's flag. It's clearly not just like a passing fad. There's real investment here.
You're absolutely right. And a huge part of that investment, a major driving force, is the NFL itself.
And didn't Commissioner Goodell talk about this? About the momentum and needing women involved?
He did. He's been quite vocal about the potential he sees and the NFL's dedication to building the sport from the ground up all the way through college. Having that kind of top-level support, it really matters.
Amplifies the message, encourages others to jump in.
For sure. And it's not just talk. They're putting money behind it too, right? There was that big grant.
Yes, the NFL and Nike, I think.
That's the one. A $5 million grant aimed specifically at getting state high school associations to add girls flag football as a sanctioned varsity sport.
$5 million. That's a serious incentive.
It really is. It can speed up adoption at the high school level significantly, which then builds that pipeline of players heading to college.
And it's not just the league office, right? Individual NFL teams are getting involved too.
Oh, yeah. Like the Dallas Cowboys. They were key in launching high school girls flag leagues in Texas. Even hosted an event at their stadium.
Wow.
Showing that local commitment really helps build grassroots momentum.
It's no wonder participation is skyrocketing, which obviously means more potential college players. The high school numbers are pretty wild, right?
They really are. Just an incredible surge. Right now, 14 states have sanctioned girls varsity flag football.
14. Okay.
And another 18 states have pilot programs running. And get this, in the last year alone, nearly 43,000 girls played.
43,000?
Yeah, which is double the number from the year before.
Doubled in 1 year.
Yeah.
Wow. That's exponential growth. That demand is clearly there.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
And it's fueling the college expansion. These high school players need places to play next.
And it starts even younger too, right? The participation for younger girls is also way up.
That's right. In 2023, something like 500,000 girls aged 6 to 17 played flag football.
500,000.
Yeah. It shows the passion is starting early, building a really strong base. And the NFL flag leagues, they have over 700,000 kids playing overall, and almost 500,000 of those are girls.
Nearly 500,000 girls in NFL flag leagues alone. That just hammers the point home. There's this huge growing pool of female athletes ready and eager for flag football.
Exactly. And the colleges are finally starting to really provide those opportunities in large numbers.
The participation drives the college growth. Makes perfect sense.
And looking ahead, probably the single biggest catalyst for even more growth is the Olympics.
Ah, right. Los Angeles 2028. Women's flag football is officially in. That's got to be a massive boost.
Monumental.
Yeah.
Olympic inclusion gives it this incredible visibility, legitimacy on a world stage. It's bound to inspire more young girls, spur more investment, likely lead to even more college programs. It's a huge accelerant.
So let's bring it back down to the individual level. If you're a high school girl playing flag right now, what does all this mean for you? What are the actual opportunities?
Well, the bottom line is more chances. More chances to play the sport you love at a higher level. As more colleges add programs, and they're adding them fast, it just opens up more doors.
And crucially, scholarship opportunities, too.
Yes, that's a huge part of it. More programs, especially varsity ones, mean more potential scholarships. It makes college more affordable, more accessible for talented players.
That's the dream for so many athletes, isn't it? Play your sport, get your education paid for, or at least get some help. And the projections for growth by 2028, they sound pretty staggering in terms of just the sheer number of spots opening up.
They really are. Some projections suggest we could see over 100 colleges with varsity programs by 2028.
Over 100.
Yeah. And that could mean something like 2,000 potential scholarship opportunities for female flag football players. Think about that 2,000 spots that barely existed just a few years ago.
That's a fundamental shift in the landscape for women's college sports.
It really is. And remember, flag football emphasizes things like agility, speed, strategy.
Right, it's not all about size.
Exactly. So it's pretty inclusive, opens the door for a wider range of athletic skills. That helps fuel the growth too, lets more girls see themselves playing at the next level.
We heard from Charlotte Jones from the Cowboys, right? She talked about how it's gone from just powder puff games to actual college and Olympic pathways.
Yeah, her quote really captures that huge shift. It's become a legitimate, rapidly growing option for female athletes in college.
And Eisel Reese from RCX Sports called it a pivotal moment for women's sports.
He did, recognizing how transformative these growing college opportunities are. And you hear it from the college side, too. Rebecca Mullen at the Atlantic East Conference, she expressed hope for even more growth within the NCAA.
So the feeling is, this is just the start.
That seems to be the consensus, yeah. Like this first wave is just leading to something bigger. And Stephanie Kwok from the NFL, she highlighted how accessible flag is, how it creates more avenues for girls in sports generally, breaking down barriers.
And it's not just stats and quotes, there are real stories too, like Brooklyn Sturm at Augustana University.
Oh yeah, great example. She thought her sports career was done after high school, wasn't planning on playing anything in college.
And then she found flag football there.
Exactly. Found this whole new community, rediscovered her love for competing. It shows the real personal impact these programs are having.
That really brings it home. It's not just about adding a sport, it's about creating these really meaningful opportunities for young women. And it's happening so quickly.
That's the key takeaway, I think. This undeniable rapid expansion at the college level. It's driven by the athletic associations, boosted by the NFL, fueled by all those girls playing in high school. And it all leads to significantly more chances for female athletes to play in college, maybe get scholarships.
So, wrapping up this deep dive, it's crystal clear. Women's flag football is rocketing upwards in college sports, opening so many doors for high school players.
Definitely.
It really makes you think, what's the long-term impact going to be? How does this reshape women's college sports over the next, say, 5 or 10 years?
It's definitely an exciting time for women's athletics.